Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Da. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is my first video ever, so sit right there and I'll be right back. So I guess the first thing is, to kind of introduce myself, about me. Like I said, I'm Dr. Da. I'm a middle-aged man from the East Coast of the United States. And, I've always suffered from depression, social anxiety, introversion, but outside of that, I don't want it to be just all about that. I want it to be about different things, different content, and to do that, some of the things that I enjoy that help me. Obviously there's the gaming because the introverted gamer, and I enjoy gaming. It's just a chance to break away, not think about anything, and talk with my online friends and play games together because I love the social games we can play with other people. I do love times when I can play the solo player games, but I really enjoy interacting with people and talking with people, which is weird for an introvert, but I'm behind a computer, so it makes it a lot easier. Another big thing for me is music. I love music, mostly hard rock, metal, but I'll listen to anything that catches my ear. And it's nice. So when I'm just, feeling out, I can just put on the music and just zone in on that and just feel the vibes and the energy from that. I always have music on, even at work. I sit behind a desk all day and I just have music going constantly. I'm not always necessarily paying attention to it, but just to have it there, I can hear it, I can feel it. That's big for me. I'm also a very creative person. I've drawn my whole life. And several years ago, I got into the costuming cosplay community and I started learning how to do leatherworking and making my own costumes. And actually, that has been a big thing for me too, because when I put on the costume or whatever and I go to, say, Ren fairs or conventions and stuff like that, I'm a totally different person. I'm persona, and it's easier for me to talk to people. And I made a lot of great people doing that. Made a lot of great friends, and I hope you get to meet some of them along this way and on this journey because they're amazing people. Other things I've done, I dabble in, I do photography, mostly I've gone to like the local gardens and stuff around here and done close-ups and stuff like that. But the other thing I do with that is I've also gotten an aerial drone that takes really, really good pictures. And it's amazing just to see the world from a different viewpoint that you never really look at before. And just that bird's eye view can change anything. Another big thing for me is animals. I got 2 dogs. I got a pit bull and I got a rat terrier. Pit bull shows my nerdy side because his name's Jabba. He's the mutt, Jabba the mutt. Hey! I know, dad jokes. But, they're very therapeutic for me because, come home from a long day of work and they're just there. They're just like, love me and, they just want cuddles and it's a great feeling. When the weather's nice and I have free time, I like to go ride my motorcycle. It's just good to get out, let the wind blow through my hair and just enjoy it. It's fun and it's just relaxing and it's very therapeutic. And even with the motorcycle, I have my iPod hooked up to that and I blast music through little speakers I have on it because I just need music at all times. The other thing I do is, which I've recently started doing, is I brew my own beer. My God, that's so much fun. And it's amazing what you can come up with in the different styles and how inexpensive it is. Because I swear, if you like beer and you go to like microbreweries and stuff, they're expensive. Then you can realize you can make that for pretty darn cheap. So, those are some of the things about me. That's mainly what I do besides working a lot is those are my little hobbies that I do that I fill up time and I do, Mainly it revolves around the gaming because that's just a nice thing. I can just sit down, relax, play my games. And that's where I have the most fun right now, but I still enjoy everything else. And I hope to bring a little bit of all that to you and you can help find it relevant. And, hopefully I can make it to where it's relevant to what we're doing and, dealing with things. So I hope that sounds entertaining to you and that it might be something you enjoy and something you want to join in on. And, if you want to, just, follow that little subscribe button right there. And I'll sit there and you'll be notified anytime I make new content. And it'd be greatly appreciated. So now that you know kind of about me and the things that I do in general, maybe it's just, okay, so yeah, that's fine, that's you, but what do you want to do on this channel? What kind of stuff are you going to present? What type of stuff am I going to put out? Well, there's a couple of things that I like to do and I'd like to expand more, but I don't want to get too broad that it's just hodgepodge everywhere, you know. But I want it to be relevant, and part of that is when I get the equipment, I'd love to do vlogging, just daily adventures of stuff that I'm doing. Like going to rent fairs or going to conventions or just going out in general and different things that I might think you might find entertaining. I obviously want to do the gaming stuff because, I game a lot. And, with that, maybe some first impressions of games that are coming out. WoW Classics coming soon. Yes, I'm a WoW head. I love it. I haven't played for a while. I fell off, but I recently picked it back up. For me, even with like WoW, it's like mount farming. I love collecting things and feeling this sense of accomplishment. I don't have time to raid anymore like I used to because I used to raid a lot in Wrath of the Lich King, but I don't do that anymore. So I find other things that I find really enjoyable to keep the game relevant and entertaining. Reviews of products, stuff that I use personally in my setup that I have here because I have a lot of stuff that I've been developing. I can also talk about some of the tips and tricks that I use because, like I said, I do have a lot of equipment here and I have a lot of programs running different things while I'm streaming on Twitch or I'm creating this video right now, and I'm learning it as I go. So maybe I can do like some tips and tricks to help you if this is something that you think you might want to do and how you can go about doing it. And, because I've had to learn this on my own. Some of the stuff I've learned through other people, but, it's just messing and tweaking and working with things. And I've learned a lot of stuff on the way, and hopefully I can pass some of that on to you. Also, with my costuming and cosplay, maybe I can do some tutorials on like how I work with leather or how I design stuff and how I put it all on. Because, I got some stuff like that uses some really elaborate things. I have a full set of leather armor that I have. I've done zombie that uses a lot of prosthetics and stuff like that might find interesting. So I might be doing something like that too. So we'll see how that goes, and maybe we'll do some costuming. Another thing I like to do is incorporate into all the videos is just different coping mechanisms I use when I'm dealing with the introversion, depression, anxiety, all that stuff. And, so it'll be educational and maybe it'll open some eyes to people. You might not suffer from this stuff. Maybe as you hear about it, you'll see some of the signs and be like, oh, I know somebody like that. And now I understand why they're that way. And, maybe I look at it from a different perspective because that's what it takes. Sometimes it does take that different perspective. And that's helped me a lot because, I try not to judge anybody because I never know what they're going through. And I try to look at stuff from an outside source because I've had other people, friends, ex-girlfriends, whatever, they're having problems with stuff. And I try to be like the advocate for them, but also look at it from a different perspective and try to give them different perspective so they can see things from a broader range. And it really helps them to sit there and be able to see that. And like, I never thought of that. Okay, it makes a little more sense. And that can help too. And hopefully I can bring some of that to the channel. If there's anything else that you think that might be interesting and relevant for this channel, let me know in the comments below. I sit there, I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope to really go somewhere with this thing and really produce a lot of great material because I do find this enjoying. It's a little frustrating at times trying to figure everything out, but that's where the tips and tricks will come in because once I figure it out, I can say, oh, this is how it's done. And maybe somebody will be able to see it and be like, oh, I've been looking how to do that, but now there it is. So we'll do that. So I want to thank all of you for coming and hanging out with me today as I do my first video. This has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. So I hope to create a lot more stuff. And, doing these videos for me is very therapeutic. So I hope you understand. And it really helps me with handling situations and getting out there and opening myself up. Yes, I know YouTube is just a wide open market, but anybody can see it. But that's kind of what I want. I want to get out of my comfort zone, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm enjoying it, and I hope you enjoyed it too. So hit the little subscribe button below, and I hope you enjoy this channel, the stuff I create, and I hope to bring a lot more amazing stuff to you.